Yo, what's up? I am Urel. Chills. 5 scariest videos that are freaking creepy. Ready for this? Yo, you gonna be scared?
I grew up watching horror movies with my mom.
Whatever. You might be scared. Play.
These videos are freaking creepy. You know what word I want to use instead, so let's just leave it at that. Number 5. A man enters a restaurant in Split, Croatia, and helps himself not only to a chair, but to a customer's belongings as well. First, he enters loudly enough to make 2 women turn around and take notice. He was probably on a fake phone call and tried to play it cool, but fails miserably. He pretends to hang his jacket up on the chair and stretches out to try and swipe this black backpack. It doesn't work, and so, undeterred, he tries again. This time as one of the family members gets up, and he's about as close as he can be to getting caught here at 41 seconds. And so he knocks it to the floor while the older man is busy swapping out a more comfortable chair, covers it with his jacket, picks it up, and dips. They must have thought the odd fellow simply changed his mind about eating here. Only later did they realize he had gotten away with one of their travel documents. Obviously, this man has practiced this technique many times before and probably targeted them because they look like a tourist family. He has yet to be caught in the past 4 years and most likely never will. So the next time you're at a restaurant, watch out for any odd characters sitting at a table near you. Number 4, there's something happening over Bryan, Texas that you don't want any part of.
We were literally
That is
just
so
seeing
loud
this shit
and
at my
so
cousin's house.
eerie.
Remember at Sylvia's house, we kept
27th
seeing
of
those flashing
2020 is when it
lights?
first started. A strange screaming in the sky, as a YouTuber named Daniel Robb puts it.
There's a sound screaming. It's like a scream. It's so freaking loud.
He steps outside and can't exactly pinpoint where it's coming from. It's in front of his house 1 minute, behind him the next.
Scary as
Oh,
fuck.
gross, I just stepped in a bunch of mud. What is that sound?
Weird as fuck. Stick it
No, it
in.
sounds like it's coming from behind me.
Stick it in.
This doesn't look like normal lighting. It's not even raining.
That is so scary. I get goosebumps. I don't know what that is. All right, I'm going back inside. I've had enough of the screaming band.
I'm definitely going inside.
And he can hear it from within his house.
It literally sounds like it's coming from the sky.
The
2
fucking
days
house.
later, Daniel Robb is still understandably freaked out and noticing every last thing out of place.
What the fuck?
Back-to-back jets fly low past his house. Jets that he's never once in his life seen before. Tell me what kind of jets they are, and if you think they're heading off to investigate.
That's F-51.
At 8:30 that night, he hears the weird weather return, and he
Something like
hears
that.
the sound
Something like
again.
that.
It's coming in the same directions the jets were heading to
That was something,
before.
sure.
At 2 minutes and 52 seconds, the outline of an odd object is briefly illuminated by a flash of lightning. It's not a cloud in my opinion, because there's nothing else like it anywhere else in the sky.
Aliens.
So then what is it?
Alien.
Number 3. Ricky Velasquez is the name of a YouTuber who goes to a small Mexican coastal town called Bajos de Mimoja to investigate what they refer to only as an enigma. This area is where a woman once took the life of her son. He is led here by a respected village elder who stands before the wall and prays, hoping to get a communication. Meanwhile, Ricky walks around the perimeter and records what could be a woman's voice at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Perhaps the same woman who took the life of her own child. Ricky documents this spot with special tracking equipment for
I'm
ghosts. I doubt you will ever see anything, but he knows what to look for, and so will you after I show you. Okay, check out this still frame at 25 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll point an arrow at the human-shaped figure and circle the demon-like shaped figure that's shrouded in shadows, red horns and all. This alone terrifies Ricky, but he doesn't want to interrupt his guide, so he quietly goes to where he saw it. He turns on a special bulb and detects movement where it was last standing.
The fuck was that?
It's hard to tell if this movement was a shadow person or just his own hand, so you tell me. Either
Probably
way,
his own
fear
hand.
makes him
Probably
ditch his
his own
guide
hand.
and run into the dark woods, a decision that he instantly regrets.
Look, see that shit right there? Look. What the fuck is that? It's a little kid.
It's
Oh, the pipe.
Crouched in the shadows is the shape of a boy and a coyote. Apparently, they were watching from the shadows until he accidentally stumbles upon them. So ask Ricky and he'll tell you this legend is all too real. Number 2. Casey of a YouTube channel
That
called
was a
Surviving
taxidermied
Louisiana
animal.
took up ghost hunting as a hobby some time ago. Though lately, ever since he was contacted by a spirit named Seth, his hobby has become a way of life, and not necessarily in a good way. He wakes up to a feeling of paranormal discomfort, so he pulls out 2 pieces of ghost hunting equipment, a program that lets him communicate with spirits, and an EMF meter to measure electricity in the air. He tells Seth to stand in front of the EMF meter, and sure enough, the ghost seems to respond.
You guys make this light up a lot. Good job. Good job. There's a lot of you
that's
here,
called a
huh?
spirit box.
The EMF meter holds a steady beep like a heartbeat, and the spirit box lets out a sigh. Seth is not afraid to tell Casey how it feels.
Very upset about it. Anger.
I think whatever program Casey's using is real, because he says out loud that Seth is upset, and then it detects Seth saying the word anger in response, or more like growling it. It kind of sounds like he says anger too when you slow down the growl.
Anger.
They try to joke around with Seth, but the spirit is having none of it. Their mirth makes the green bars spike to orange, and their EMF beeps faster than ever. Go away, it writes. Casey thinks it's telling them to put away their spirit equipment, but I'm pretty sure it's ordering them out of their own home. That was on May 20th of 2020. 11 days later, Seth barges into their bedroom late at night for another session of angry EVPs. It says 3 scary words, and notice how the EMF meter beeps excitedly when Casey repeats them.
Anyway, it says can't hear you, and we're trying to figure out if it's threatening us or if it's explaining to us what's happening. We don't deal with threatening ghosts.
Keep in mind, this beeping is coming from a different piece of equipment, the EMF meter, which is on the opposite of the bed. It always seems to
I don't
beep
know.
rapidly before the
I don't
spirit
know
box
about- I don't know.
speaks.
Are you
I believe in ghosts
bad?
and spirits and whatnot, but like
Or are
I know
you
that is not
good?
a legitimate spirit box.
I
I've
don't-
actually seen them use real ones on TV. It's not an app in the Android store.
I reply like this. It's hard for me to believe in this shit.
I
On the
definitely
fact
just
that-
heard a woman's voice say my baby more
no,
clearly than anything
on
else
the
so
fact that-
far. I would probably be out the
I
door
don't know,
or even out
it's
the
hard for
window
me to
by
believe,
now.
like,
But I guess
I
after
believe
weeks
that
of
people do
paranormal
die,
activity,
move on, but
Casey
for you
and
to
his
still
wife are
contact
used to
spirits on this
Seth,
earth,
and so
I
they
just don't
carry
believe that
on.
part.
And that's when things get
That's
Me
why
and my
that's
mom
fast.
have theory that it's
They
not
show
ghosts at all.
sympathy
It's
to
not
the
dead
woman with a
people.
missing baby,
it's
and that's when Seth
people
comes
from
back through the
alternate
box to
dimensions.
unleash some more
I would
messed up
believe
phrases.
that
I believe that more than I believe it's ghosts. I'm not afraid
So
of
you're
ghosts
not with
at all.
them. Yes. Shovel. Get any money out of this, because I'm not.
That's in his phone, man. Listen.
Dispose. Ooh, growling.
My baby, shovel, dispose, growling. Just saying these words out loud creates enough of a picture for me. But then Seth really drives his psychopathic points home with another final phrase.
I've never seen it go that hard. Hurt. Do you hurt?
I think he does. Not himself, though. Instead, those around him. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number one. Shayna McNeil of Queensland, Australia, is partying with her friends and getting wilder as the night goes on. It doesn't help that she has a large social media following encouraging her to do things she probably ordinarily wouldn't do on her own. To be honest, the video doesn't even really look that bad at first. I'm sure we've all made some pretty goofy videos with our friends before, so no harm there. It's only when they get in a car that the night gets out of control, and not in a fun way. The GPS keeps interrupting her song, and she pretends to get progressively madder each time. It's kind of funny, I guess, but what's not funny is how she hits the gas every time she gets fake mad.
Exit the roundabout road.
It's not safe, but by now she is loving the attention and takes to veering lanes. She barely manages to swerve back into her own lane and is too busy showing off for the camera. When they make one final mistake, she misses the first car but does not see the second one behind it. Hopefully this video can be a wake-up call to some drivers. No matter how strange a sense of humor you may have, never use your car as a prop. And if you're the passenger, never be afraid to tell your friend to watch the road or pay more attention when they drive. You might be saving their life. Some of these videos could be real and some of them not, but all of
you dumb bitch.
Why the fuck would you do that?
That was chills. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this shit. Especially some of them, that ghost clip. Do y'all think that shit was real? I don't know. I can't say too much about ghosts and spirits or not. Cause to me it's a concept of if we can have contact with the afterlife, then explain this. What more? It's so deeper because I'm sorry, it's hard for me to believe that we literally the only living creatures in this entire galaxy universe. That's what I already believe. So if there's an afterlife, that means should be afterlife for every single thing. And then on top of that, why we don't? And it's fucking so much.
How many heavens are there?
Like it's serious so much because eventually, scientists thinking wise, in a couple of million years from now, this planet is gonna be nothing. They're gonna be living in the fucking sun. I think
when you die,
it's so much about it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, post your comments down below. Like, subscribe.